My God, man. This is like Black Lord of the Rings. You shall not pass.
Well, Manny, if this was the scene of You Shall Not Pass, consider me outside of that after Gandalf has failed. Me out there just crying. And Aragorn going, Legolas, get them up! Get them up, Legolas! Get them up! For pity's sake, man! For pity's sake! Get them time! Those orcs will be running the mountains in minutes! Get up!
Kane said, "I'm a little bit disappointed that you haven't photoshopped your faces in the thumbnail. It's not a good. It's not really a good photo for it because everyone's faces are turned sideways except Ease. Ease is probably the only one you could really do. And
Yeah, but,
I feel like Eric would be the one that would have to be E in this thing because me and Marcus consider ourselves management of the situation.
I feel I am here. I'm just too sad to appear in the image. I'm crying behind those balloons, Manny. I'm there. I'm just behind those balloons crying, going, no. Not like this. It's not like this. This is not what I was expecting. I expected violence, not to attack my emotions.
You know, I would have accepted violence, but the way they dismissed him, I was like, no. Yeah. My E.
You're attacking my heart. I didn't realize.
No, not my E. Welcome everyone to the Untitled Manny and Marcus show. I am, of course, the upset, ambiguous Lord Manny Hayes, and he is.
I am the distraught, emotionally destroyed Marcus the Grand Finale. And Manny, yes, I am smiling right now, but I'll say this: yesterday, Trading Places was randomly on TV, and it was in the Eddie Murphy scene where he's in jail. And he's talking all this shit about how he's a millionaire, he's a karate man. And it's a scene that made me laugh when he said, I'm a karate man, I'm bruised on the inside. Well, I'm a karate man, Manny. I am bruising on the inside after what happened to Big E this week. This hurt.
Trading Places is the one where he busts in a train carriage and goes, Merry New Year!
Right? Yes, Happy New Year! Beef jerky.
No, he goes Merry New Year.
Oh, yeah, Merry New Year, whatever, yeah.
Yeah, that's the one. I get that mixed up with other Eddie Murphy films.
Beef jerky time. Would you like some beef jerky?
There's lots of news coming out of this weekend. Mostly injury news. So Jimmy Uso, from the press conference, alleged injured toe, broken toe, which he's just come back from a lengthy injury, so we hope that that's not that serious.
Yeah, a toe injury isn't serious though, right?
It can keep you out for about a month.
Not to make him sound like a little bitch or anything. Didn't the Undertaker wrestle Hell in a Cell with a broken ankle or something? Or a broken foot?
Well, Undertaker also wrestled when he got burnt on the way to the ring, so...
Yeah. So I think Jimmy's okay. I feel like Jimmy's okay, but on my Undertaker injury barometer, Jimmy's okay.
Yeah, but...
The question is, man, can he do this? Can he grab a stick?
If you don't know what that is, me and Marcus determine injuries by how they determine injuries in the Mighty Ducks, where you take a hockey stick and then you rotate it to see if your wrist is broken.
That's my level of doctor expertise right there.
Another injury is Bronson Reed as he dived off the cage. If you slow down the video of him landing, it looks like he could have broken both of his ankles. At best, it's a sprain and he's probably out for about 6 weeks. But if it's broken those ankles, he could be out for longer.
Yeah. I remember seeing it on Raw in the replay. I was wondering. I didn't see this injury report. As Manny was telling me about these injuries, I was like, I didn't see any of these reports. But I saw the Raw. I was wondering, how is he not injured from landing like that? Because they showed the shot where he jumps off the cage and, he misses his feet. The way they bend and they stretch, it just seems like it was unnatural to the dive.
Well, Bronson Reed's one hasn't been announced. It's just assumed because in the press conference, Triple H said that he's being checked out.
Oh, okay.
But I would presume at best it's probably like a sprain. Juice Robinson is also injured which is a concern. They fear that he may have broken his foot during the Continental Classic match against Will Ospreay on Collision.
Oh shit! Collision. That was on Collision this week.
Yeah.
Totally forgot. I totally forgot about Collision because I was actually going to watch Okada versus Danny Garcia.
Well, so there's a chance he may be getting replaced, and the thought was that I thought that they were going to replace Darby with Speedball Mike Bailey, but that may change now.
Darby got his ass whooped by Brody last week in epic fashion. We didn't cover that at all, but
and then due to travel issues, Matt Riddle has debuted for TNA to replace Trey Miguel in a match against the Hardys, which they lost, but to the Hardys.
But you know what? Shout out to Matt Riddle for getting the job. He's probably been one of the quietest WWE releases we've had in a long time before he he just went out. He just he's been out there working, but it just seems like there's been no interest of bringing him back to television until now.
Yeah, well, he's got a problem life, doesn't he? Which is a cause for concern.
Also true.
But I don't know if he's been signed by TNA. I think this was just a fill-in kind of thing.
Yeah, it's just a one-off probably.
Yeah,
it's a good move. Good move.
And I think that's about it as for news.
Damn. So for some good news out there, you know. Hey, this is good news. This is good news at wrestling.
Well, I didn't really pay full attention to the press conference, so I didn't see Triple H and his papers and his little glasses are hanging off his top of his here on his nose.
No. I didn't watch the press conference here, but I did read a transcript of the highest grade. I was like, oh, he did it. It's the same shit.
So let's get into Raw. I mean, Raw was just filled. We didn't get a match till at least 45 minutes into the show.
Was it? Because I didn't even know we were going commercial free in the beginning until I was like, damn, we went a minute without a commercial. We went from Punk to Zayn. It was seamlessly.
Yeah, I feel like I think it went commercial free for the first half an hour or something like that.
Yeah.
So CM Punk comes out. He says he sees the future and there's multiple roads to get there to finish your story.
He's a senile old man.
Whether it be the Royal Rumble or Elimination Chamber, if either of those end up a dead end, he has a favor in his pocket to call upon to get where he needs to go. Seth Rollins interrupts, taking his sweet ass time to get in the ring, but inevitably chooses violence.
Yeah, but let's pause for a second before we get into Rollins and tap dancing to the ring and everything, and then standing there awkwardly for like 10 minutes. Just shit into that. Is there a rule that you can't say WrestleMania before the year of WrestleMania? Because CM Punk seemed like he was like, there's a sign that's supposed to be. Just say you go to WrestleMania.
You can't say WrestleMania till the sign's there, Marcus.
Is that a legit rule? It felt like a legit rule.
You can't point to
WrestleMania
nothing.
It felt like a dirty word.
I bet you on the headset, Lee Fitting was like, "What the fuck is he doing? What the fuck is he doing? There's no sign there.
There's no sign. We can't say WrestleMania. Look at him. Oh shit, we got to use hard cam sign. We got people over there, Hunter. We got people. We can do it.
I bet that was a low-key shot at AEW.
Yeah. I'm calling it the anti-AEW shot. The spike shot. We're going to rotate around Punk.
I just had a funny idea thinking about that. Imagine R-Truth came to AEW Dynamite. He can't go people over there. What's up?
Fuck you, Manny. Fuck you. You can't.
If you feel me, say what's up. Oh.
So mean.
Well,
that might be the meanest comment of the show.
Me and Marcus declared for the Royal Rumble the moment WrestleMania tickets came out because there ain't no way we could afford those.
Yeah. Well, I thought I could declare for Raw, but I can't afford Raw either at this point. I look at the Raw prices; they're even worse now. They're even worse.
I'm actually dreading the Raw and SmackDown that's coming here in March.
Yeah.
They're going to be ridiculous priced.
It's out of control. It's out of control. It's like
And you know,
trying to go see Taylor Swift at this point.
Yeah, and you know I ain't going to sit in nosebleeds. I ain't sitting in nosebleeds. I refuse.
Yeah.
I can't do it anymore.
They're charging me an arm and a leg for nosebleed seats, and I'm like, nah, man, I got perfect seats at home. And to quote Big Mama from Soul Food, ain't nobody taking my leg.
Seth Rollins.
I don't know if you even seen the movie Soul Food, Manny. I'm sorry.
No, I don't. I've never heard of that.
God damn it, Manny. Black culture.
Is it a spin-off of Soul Plane?
No, absolutely not. All right, I'll give you the quick skinny of the business. Every Sunday, this black family has Sunday dinner. It's a big deal. They go and eat. They have fun. They eat all this unhealthy shit. Anyway, Big Mama gets the diabetes. She goes to the hospital. The family goes into disarray. She eventually dies. The family breaks up, but they get back together and they eat the same shit again, and they learn nothing. Other stuff happens in between there.
Okay, let's get back.
Diabetes is the real villain.
Let's get back on track. Seth Rollins says he should have knocked Punk's ass out the same day he came back to WWE. He regrets it every day for the last year. The last time he saw him, he was so close to taking his shot, but he took pity on him because he just came out of Hell in a Cell. But when he saw him standing next to Roman Reigns at Survivor Series, it was time to rectify his mistakes.
Why?
Tonight is the night he knocks CM Punk out, and there's nothing but air and hatred standing in his way.
Yeah.
I've never been standing somewhere and went, oh, there's some hatred in my way. The hatred isn't
really.
Me.
You've never.
The hatred isn't me. It's not out there in the atmosphere.
Sometimes, Manny. Sometimes the hatred is in the room. Sometimes the hatred's in the room, and it's in the way. Like you're like, ooh, you can feel it. You walk into a room and you just go, something. What is that odd feeling I'm feeling right now? It's unwanted tension that you didn't even know was going on, but you feel it. It's like when you get a feeling of the dark side of the force. When you walk in and go, oh, what the fuck? That is when hatred is in the room. Like, oh.
CM Punk says he talks too much and doesn't listen enough. He put personal issues aside. He's long past running races that he didn't even know he was in. I mean, can you imagine that being in fights that you weren't even aware you were in fights with?
Yeah. I would like to believe somewhere, as me as a human being existing, and I think every human being exists like this, that somewhere, two people are arguing about you. It could be anything, about something. You have no idea it's happening and don't care about it either way. But I bet you if you learned about it, hey, Manny, I stood up for you last week. You'd be like, oh, what? What? So.
Someone wants you. And now he's muted,
the other one, I don't know who it
was. He goes, 6 months ago, you were champion. You had something I wanted. Now you got nothing. Punk knows his future and knows where he is going. And Seth ain't it. You were thinking about me for 6 months? I don't think about you at all.
He right. I mean, honestly, if you're Punk, are you really thinking about this? I just fought for my life with Drew McIntyre, and I had another cage match. I came back for a cage match, the team with Roman. I ain't thinking about Seth at this point. That man is pointing at for signs that aren't even there.
Marcus, just remember, if he gets into feuds so deep, he can't speak to his wife for a month. He can't live with her for a month.
Yeah.
He has to live in hotels.
Yes, that's where he's at. That's where Phil's at right now.
Phil is a changed man. He's got things to do in this business, so stay out of his business. Seth repeats what he says. You talk too much and don't listen enough. This is my business, and this leads to a small brawl broken up by Sammy and Jey Uso. I feel like at this point, we're 15 minutes into the show.
No, I think we were like 20. We were 24 minutes into the show at this point. Or 20 minutes. I think it was 20 minutes. And then when Sammy starts talking, I'm like, it's 5:30, man.
CM Punk is taken to the back by Jey Uso, where Seth takes a shot at him, telling him to run back to Roman. Sammy is like, hey, you can't talk to Jey Uso like that.
He made it sound like that's my wife.
And then Seth's like, he gets it, they're family. But what's your excuse? Because you ain't family.
Ooh.
Says him and Sammy are closer than he is with Jay and Roman, as they come up together 20 years. So they're
20
family
years.
too, and therefore he stabbed him in the back when he teamed with CM Punk. Sammy says he never wanted to team with Punk. In fact, I wanted to team with you. I wanted you.
If there was ever a N-word bomb should have been dropped by Sami Zayn, it should have been N-word. I tried to team with you twice. The fuck
You denied me twice.
There should have been some cussing right there. Dude, we asked you multiple times. We never wanted to team with Punk. Punk was such a last resort. Such a Hail Mary. You were first on the list, but you were like, no, I have morals. I'm never teaming with Roman again. You put a chair in his back. You put a chair in his back.
And it's just like, let me remind. What did you want me to do in this team? Help Roman become that monster and gain that power? Sammy reminds him, you created that monster by putting that chair in his back 10 years ago. It's like, I understand my sins. I understand them. I've repented.
But let me tell you something. You put a back in that monster a few months ago as well. Oh, yeah.
You need to look in the mirror. You did the exact same thing, bitch.
Yeah.
He understands what they did and what they did at WrestleMania in taking down the Bloodline. Seth says Roman and CM Punk haven't changed. Seth says Sammy is being stupid, which leads Sammy to going, you want a match? Basically.
Yeah. You want to fight? You want to do a main event? You want to do a main event tonight? You want to do a thing? Pierce says he has 10 minutes at the end of the show. He don't know how to feel. It could be us.
You know, I still want to ask. If I get in a room with Triple H, I want to ask, why does the general manager never have the main event sorted out on the show? What's the thing? Did something get bumped? What's going on? In full kayfabe, I want to know the answer.
So if they didn't have their main event, the main event would have been what? Gunther versus Dominic?
Yeah.
Who got bumped?
No, the main event was Pete Dunne versus R-Truth. If Seth
What's the fill-in? Yeah. So the main event would have been Pete Dunne and R-Truth if that didn't happen. And
also, Dominic and Gunther was made on the show.
Yep. There was an hour in the show, or 30 or 40 minutes in the show that wasn't scheduled.
Yeah.
Imagine going to your job and not having that. Like, yeah, I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm just coming in.
I'm just winging it today.
Yeah, I'm just winging it to the last minute. Something going to come up. Something always come up.
I mean, that was technically how my life worked when I worked in the store. You were just constantly just putting out fires every different day. It was just like, I have no plan today.
Yeah. Whatever play you had, throw it out the window. But yeah, it's fascinating that if I was general manager of Raw, I will always put 40 minutes on the side. Is that the advice? Put 40 minutes on the side. You never know. Something always comes up.
We go to the back where Finn Balor and the Judgment Day, they replay the footage of Finn Balor getting attacked by Damian Priest, which was a failed attack because the Judgment Day helped Finn Balor and they take him out.
Priest is a fool. Look at that carpool.
There's tension still growing between the women's division of Judgment Day and the men's division. Dominic's in the women's division because he's the women's title.
And he's a little bitch.
Liv thought he was going to stay away from Damian, but he says because Dom failed, he had to step in, and Damian isn't holding a title in his arm. He's holding his own arm in a sling. And if she listened to him, she might not have lost at War Games.
Jesus. You know, he a big man holding that tag team title. Dude talking like he's the world champion. Yeah, that he doesn't want to defend that Pierce brings up later. You know, we're going to talk about your other title. You want a title match with Gunther. We already have trouble having you defend this title.
Yeah. So Finn approaches Gunther saying he thinks he owes him a title match. The whole time Dom is holding up twos every time two or second is he brought up in Finn's speech. It looks like
Yeah. Two, 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 two.
Gunther says he doesn't owe him anything. He never asked for his help, and while he's plotting all this, he had a terrible time getting to Survivor Series. Yeah, you did, Gunther. You were made to look like a bitch.
Yeah, it was horrible. I had no belief in myself. I couldn't talk for weeks. Oh, miss.
That definitely sounds like you missed them.
It's the first one. That's the first one I missed.
Gunther smacks the twos away and praises Dom for getting a win over Damien and says he deserves something, and he's got Paul in the back, so he's gonna use that, and then we get a match later in the night. So,
Yeah.
45 minutes into the show, we get our first match.
Yeah. So pause. At this moment of the 45 minutes of these 2-hour Raws, I am at the. Eric calls me, and we have a conversation. This might be the most petty 45 minutes in the history of Monday Night Raw. Yeah. Everybody was upset and petty over some old ass shit. I mean, the most recent stuff was the Dominic, Finn, and Gunther stuff, but some petty ass shit. Talk about priests and all. Everybody was so petty for 45 minutes of pettiness. And I was like, we haven't even got to the New Day segment yet.
And you know what, Marcus? Mwah, chef's kiss. It was perfect.
Yeah. So, man, let's talk about your favorite match of the night. This triple threat match featuring Dakota Kai, Katana Chance.
No. We're not even there, Marcus. The first match of the night was Io Sky and Kairi Sane. Damage.
Oh, he had a tag match.
Versus Liv Morgan and Raquel. Insert Latin surname here.
This match was quick.
It was surprisingly clean too.
Yeah. For Io being the number one contender, it was like, oh, this is it, huh?
Yeah.
They got their ass whooped.
They continue to beat down Damage Control after the bell. Rhea makes a save. Raquel bests her and goes off the eye and then throws her into the corner of the announce desk. End of segment.
Yeah, it looked like, I was like, oh, we're doing eye stuff again. We got away from that WWE for a minute. AEW every 2 months does an eye skit when someone's blinded by somebody. But right now, we currently have everybody have off all their eyes. Maybe Rhea lost one. I thought she lost one. I was like, oh no! She's going to wear an eye patch now.
She made
well,
an
she
eye
looked
patch.
pretty badass with an eye patch. Yeah. She wear a very sexy eye patch.
Nah, she'll look like Rocky Romero.
Nah, she ain't shaving her head. She would look like, what's that character name from X-Men? The one with the sewer people?
Cabe,
whatever their name.
Cabe?
I don't remember.
I think I've just made someone up. Cable?
Yeah, Cabe. Let's call her Cabe.
Is it
Cable? No, not Cable. Not Cable. It's a woman. She's the leader of the Morlocks. I can't remember her name.
Oh, I don't know then.
I'm going to say Cassandra. I'm sure that's wrong.
Yes, then we do get this triple threat, Marcus. It's Dakota Kai, Shayna Baszler, and Katana Chance. You know, I looked at these. I looked at this, and you know when you do bracketology and you go, I know who's gonna win this. I had no clue who's gonna win this. These are perennial losers. All they do is lose on this roster.
So it can only come down to 3 people. I feel like in these brackets. When I looked at it, Dakota Kai.
I'm just talking about this match, Marcus.
In this match. This match is easy.
Losers. All these three are losers.
So yeah, Eric was perplexed too, like you. We were on the phone. You like, I don't know who's winning this one. I was like, it's easy. Katana's taking the pin. And Shayna showed up as in her clothes that not even wrestling gear. She just showed up. She showed up in that. She's probably leaving in that. So only Dakota Kai could win this one. That was my thing with that.
I'm gonna leave the New Day thing till last. We'll just keep moving through the show. Karrion Kross is furious that Bo sent Nikki after his wife. They use her to get to him and reminds them that they started the fire, but he's gonna make sure they burn in it. TikTok.
Why'd you tell that a joke?
Huh?
You said that such as like a joke. It was like,
And he said it
oh.
menacingly.
Yeah, he said it so menacingly. You were like, ooh, you started the fire, but I'm gonna finish it or whatever. TikTok. Like he's joking.
No, that's how I read. That's how I saw it.
He's over here. "Ah, you started the fire. He's
Yeah,
in
and
full Batman voice, constipated
and
and shit.
Marcus, I know this man to be a sex addict. There's no way he talking like this. There's no way he talking like this. This man uses all the sass possible to get his other partners to use to get to Scarlet.
I imagine him talking. I believe he just does a Val Venus impersonation before so he's out in public. Hello.
To be fair, his voice is very Val Venus like.
It is very Val Venus's.
Yeah.
I can imagine. Hello, ladies. Oh shit! It is the same voice. TikTok. What the big Valboski says. I don't have a Val joke. The train always goes in the tunnel, but the tunnel will come on the other side. Or something nasty. Like what?
Dominic takes on Gunther. Gunther eventually annihilates Dom with a powerbomb.
Yeah. Dom had hope at a low blow. When the crowd started to cheer for Dom. Title run coming. Title run coming for Dom.
Finn Balor attacks him after the match, hits a coup de grace, then tells Dom watch and learn as he delivers another two, and then tells Dom that's how you do it.
That's how you do it. That's how you do it. He walked away alone. Finn's on some bullshit, man.
He is. I like it though.
I do. You know what?
Finn-
Shout out to all the WWE wrestlers on the Raw roster that's full of bullshit right now. You know what? All of WWE is on some bullshit. Everybody's on some bullshit right now.
Finn asked Pierce for his title match, and the only thing that he cares about is when Pierce is going to stop letting Gunther duck him. He's like, lucky for you, Gunther wants this match, and it'll be a Saturday night main event. But let's talk about that title you're going to be defending next week, because you never defend that too, Finn.
Yeah, and Finn's like, what? I have a title?
Yeah, that title you've been carrying around since August.
Yeah.
You defended twice.
You defended against the War Raiders once. And then I don't remember who the other one was. You say twice.
Pete Dunne takes on R-Truth. Kathy asks Pete if R-Truth knows that he's got a match against Pete Dunne or Butch. During this interview, Jey Uso is attacked backstage. R-Truth rolls him up for the win. Ludwig was talking his shit to Braun Breaker.
Yep. And Braun Breaker was like, you gonna leave his shadow, even though that shadow is dwindling. You still in it or some shit. And I was like, I guess.
Yeah.
I feel like he was gonna say you're gonna end up his ass. But I don't even know who the faces in the Gunther Ludwig Braun Breaker situation would be.
Well, Braun Breaker is the tweener. He's in between.
I think Gunther's tweeting too right now.
No, I think
that was a very babyface move for him. Just fighting Dom and get his ass kicked, and then Finn jumping on him was very hellish. I think Gunther's tweeted.
Maybe. But this is all signs for Priest to return and beat the shit out of Finn again, isn't it? Triple threat. Yeah.
It's also setting up Goldberg's return because Gunther has nobody ready to fight.
I don't want Gunther. Gunther better beat Goldberg. We can't have Goldberg become a champion again. If I can't have John Cena beat the record, I can't have Goldberg become a champion again. It's unacceptable.
Well, you can always do this. Take the belt off Gunther, put it on Finn, and then have Gunther lose to Goldberg without losing the title, Manny.
Oh, Goldberg has to lose on his way up.
He really does. Oh, I want him to lose, and I want Bret Hart to hit him in the back of the head with a crowbar and not hold back. I ended your career just like you ended mine, Bill Goldberg.
So hateful. We get the main event. Sami Zayn versus Seth Rollins. Sami accuses mid-match Seth with a chair that he attacked Jay. Seth denies it. It says he didn't do that. Did he ask Punk?
That made him think, oh yeah, no, fool.
Seth rolls up Sammy for the win. Seth tells him, "I love your heart, but you gotta start using your head." Which is when Drew McIntyre decides to return and take out Sami Zayn.
So was it Drew who attacked Jay, or would you say it's Rollins? I still got Rollins as my number one
I
suspect.
got Drew.
I feel like Drew gains nothing for doing it. I mean, other than like, oh, I hate you for teaming with Punk, which is the same thing that Rollins is doing. Although they can form a deadly alliance.
No, he could hate Jay again because he's actually with Roman again. You remember the whole basis of him returning to Raw?
Yeah.
Dig that shit up again.
You're back with him. But everybody hates so. But I can see McIntyre and Punk, or McIntyre and Rollins, who are feuding the exact same way. They both hate Punk. They both hate Jey Uso and Roman Reigns at this point.
Yeah, but Roman Reigns is at the center of multiple feuds, and he's not really actually involved in them. Like Cody and KO is about Roman Reigns, but Roman Reigns isn't even involved in that story.
Yeah, Reigns don't know what's going on with that. But again, like I told you earlier, Manny, wouldn't it be nice to just know that people are fighting about you and you didn't even know? You just sitting here doing a podcast, sipping your hydration drink, and on the side they go, "What's all this commotion about?" You know, they fighting over Manny. What? Just being friends with him. Man, he's a real Jets fan.
I stand by the thing I posted on my Instagram yesterday. If I get murdered, I still want two white women to investigate. Two white women in a podcast to investigate my death.
It was me, Austin. It was me,
you know the two white women that's into true crime and have a podcast are the modern day Murder She Wrote.
Yeah. Have any of these podcasts ever solved anything?
No, they're all conspiracies. They love conspiracies.
They never do anything.
They love a conspiracy.
God damn it, solve one. Let's get one that solves one. Fucking keyboard warriors and microphone hacks. Oh no, Manny, we should start our own mystery podcast. We're just making it all up. Oh, for the beginning. The victims, the suspects.
No, so
our investigation.
If you weren't here, we'll get to the Big E thing in a minute. But if you weren't here on the watch along on Saturday for the Survivor Series watch along, Eric left the room. When Eric leaves the room, he doesn't remove himself from the studio like me and Marcus normally do when we do.
Yes. Hey.
But so he just left his empty square there. And me and Marcus first start off going, "Oh, let's investigate what's in his background because it's messy and full of Easter eggs."
Yeah, that's what you want to call it. I'm sure there is an Easter egg back there. Just been rotting for 7 years.
And at that point, me and Marcus decide, what if we were just really bad detectives that approached the scene, ruining evidence as we approached the crime scene? That's what would happen if we tried to solve a crime.
Marcus constantly tasting all types of powders. That's cocaine. Is that cocaine? Is that cocaine? Shit! This investigation is over. I got things to do.
Yeah, so that might be a ChatGPT thing. Manny and Marcus solve crimes.
ChatGPT. Marcus there immediately starts talking about penises for 35 minutes of the investigation.
Manny talks about him and Marcus going to a penis museum.
Yeah. Marcus complains about the Clippers. Manny complains about the Jets.
I don't complain about the Jets on this show.
Oh, well, you accept it.
I have accepted how bad that team is.
They all do their own ChatGPT. I think ChatGPT would ChatGPT us doing the ChatGPT.
So I feel the best part of this show was the drama that occurred between the New Day. They come out
Yes.
with Adam Pearce, they thank the people and say what they are all about to tell the people it's not their fault. But before Kofi could even finish his sentence, out comes Big E.
Yes.
And Big E says, seeing them two argue, bicker, it troubles his soul. He goes over their history together, wrestling related and personal related. What they built means something to a lot of people, himself included. Until he is medically cleared, he's going to remind those two who they are. He's going to be there every week to serve as their manager.
Now?
Yes, exactly that. Now you want to come back?
Now you want to come back? So
for
let's pause. Let's pause right here to now. Let's pause right here to now. Because originally I was, damn, you killed that Drake quick.
Thirsty.
Yeah.
Hydration, boy.
Yeah, that boy needs hydration. You deserve it for this one because you're gonna dehydrate in tears. When Woods come down, I was going, oh, here we come, the Woods heel turn. That's exactly what went through my mind at this very moment. And I thought Kofi was going to be like, hey, man, shut the fuck up, Woods. At that moment. And you go, oh, here we are, the storyline. Kofi's the good guy, Woods the heel. Big E's going to try to break him up. And, but I rejected a fight. I was not expecting what took place next. Disgusting.
Woods goes, you left us. And he's like, I broke my neck. Kofi's like, yeah, you broke your neck. So what?
This is the wildest thing I think anybody has ever said anywhere on this universe. So what? You broke your neck. Like that was like him talking about me breaking my pinky and never getting it healed. That's the way he referred to him breaking his neck.
No, but this is how most jobs actually refer to you. Like, you took 7 days off? Yeah, I broke my neck. So what? You broke your neck.
So
you
what?
7 days. You get a warning.
Yeah. Shit, so what? Then it got volatile when Kofi started going, Steve Austin came back.
Kurt Angle came back.
Kurt Angle won a gold medal and broke a freaking neck.
Edge broke his neck. They all came back.
They all came back. Why not you, E? Because you were busy.
Those lot didn't even have people waiting for them to help them through the door. We were waiting for you. They didn't change or evolve for Big E. Kofi even questioned, you didn't even have surgery. You could have been back a long time ago. Big E's there pleading his case.
Yeah, he's just there talking. No microphone handed up. And he's just like, guys, I do what I can. And then he gets a kill. Then you up there shacking up with some woman. You chose a woman over us. You chose a job over us.
You chose a desk job over us. Woods says he tore his Achilles and he came back in 9 months. For you, Biggie. If he cared for them, he would have came back for them. He chose his new life over them. Woods tells does he realize the burden he has become? Because the fans say we miss E, as if we don't miss E, but E doesn't miss us.
So like, oh man. And you just see E standing there, just trying to plead his case, looking heartbroken, looking like this is coming out of nowhere. Like, it looked like, and I know this is a scripted show, it looked like they didn't tell Big E that they were going to script a turn on Big E. like they surprised E with this turn. Legit surprised E with this turn.
Woods says, let's just tell the people what's gonna happen. What's gonna happen? You ain't never gonna get medically killed. So get the hell out of this ring and get back to your desk job where you belong. We'll call you when we need you.
Damn. And then they looked at Woods and Xavier looked long at each other's eyes.
No, Marcus, this isn't even the best thing. It was like he's like off microphone, like we can fix this.
Yeah, he's trying to hug.
Kofi's like,
yeah.
No.
Not today, Satan.
And then they do this whole embrace of.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you, Cole.
How they bonding over hatred of Big E's broken neck?
I don't know. So when did
the real problem? As if that was the real problem for the last couple of months.
So Manny, I don't even think you emphasized on the start of this segment of them going. It seems like Coffee is about to make the announcement that the New Day is finished.
Yeah.
So were they finished? Was she going to announce that they finished before Big E there, or did they know E was there? And in their phone call that they said they had in the middle of the week to work things out before today and see what's going on. Is that when they decided to turn on E? Or was it just all these emotions that came up at once when they saw him?
Yeah. They knew he was gonna be there.
I just think there was this built-up emotion of hatred that just bonded them. Of like, we were stale. We couldn't do anything. Look at Kobe. He's a fool. We hate each other. We started hating ourselves because of you. What? I'm the first person to call you after you won the King of the Ring. Ah! Get out of here. Big E walks away sad, and that's how Raw should have ended, to be honest. Raw should have ended with Big E walking away sad. You see the New Day reuniting evilly together. You just go, that's so fucked up.
The problem with this is, the one thing it was missing was the look back. It was missing the look back from Big E. Like, do you remember when The Rock whispered that Cody, which led to We Want Cody, but that sad faced Cody in the aisle looking back at The Rock doing his shit with Roman.
Yeah.
We needed that. I needed that from Big E.
But I'll say this. Congratulations to the New Day. It's probably one of the best and most emotional segments here. I'm going to say this. I don't know if a wrestler, and this may just be hyperbole because it's recency bias. I don't know if there's a wrestling segment that made me feel like this in a long time. Where I was just hurt for Big E. I was hurt. I was like, the man, what has he done to you people? This is all Ridge's fault. And I was angry at Ridge all over again. I don't even want to watch NXT tonight because I know Ridge is going to be there, goddammit. And I know he did this to E. E was a mess.
This may be. Tell me if this is an outlandish statement. This may be the best black wrestling storyline since Kofi Mania.
It's better than Kofi Mania.
No. Since Kofi Mania, I don't think there's been any better story involving just black talent. Even the Swerve run, I don't think the Swerve run was really that good. Like in terms of storytelling.
He had Hangman moments.
Yeah, I mean, this is probably the best story building upon Kofi Mania, because the Big E thing kind of just happened. Big E becoming the champion kind of just happened. It was just kind of just there.
It's a Money in the Bank cash in.
Yeah, it wasn't that big of a deal. So Kofi Mania was probably the best for a black champion, and it is normalized thanks to Bobby Lashley talking about it and cutting down that woman reporter.
Yeah, it's the stupidest question. I finally saw the question. When I was watching the Pro Wrestling Bits channel. Yeah, and I was like, that was the question she asked?
Yeah, but he made that so much worse. I watched that video. Go subscribe to Pro Wrestling Bits if you haven't. But he made that situation so much worse because I don't think it was that bad.
It was a bad question.
It was a bad question.
The way it was worded, so I didn't hear the answer. I heard his answer. And I was like, he tried, but the way she asked, like, oh, how does it feel to see the wrestle another black champion and have that be like, and it's like, man, shut up.
But you know what? He normalized it in WWE.
Yeah.
He didn't know it. Maybe, do you know what? But it wasn't such a big scale. But I would have said he normalized it when he was in TNA, when he had all the titles.
Yeah. Well, Bobby's a normal black champion. Like, I think we're past the time of talking about, oh, this person's the first black. We've already got past the first black champion. These are just champions. We don't ask Will Ospreay, how does it feel to fight another white wrestler?
The thing is, though, it's very easy to talk about race when it comes to, most specifically, just black people, black wrestlers. Because people keep bringing up, statistic-wise, like the thing about black male wrestlers not winning on WWE pay-per-view for ages.
Still waiting.
But
Don't know when it's coming.
That stat keeps coming up every now and again. So I think that's why these reporters think they can ask these types of questions.
Mm-hmm.
But like when you talk about storylines that involving like black wrestlers or even like Mexican wrestlers or all the nationalities outside of the white wrestlers in WWE, there isn't a very strong storyline base of them.
No,
There's never that strong of a storyline.
Yeah, I mean, I guess Mello and Trick was the closest we could get to something that was kind of a storyline that went on for years, and they had their breakup and Mello turned, but that wasn't really it didn't have no great finish.
But that's
to it.
NXT storyline. It doesn't. It's not. It's
It
never
doesn't count.
It never
I
gets.
know.
I mean, it does count, but it never. Do you know what? It's
the
never
minor
as
leagues,
heated.
you don't count.
It's
Yeah.
never as heated as it would be in the main roster.
Yeah, it doesn't count, man. It's the minor leagues. It's like, oh,
Yeah,
I have
so,
plenty
like, I
of
don't
runs in the
think-
minor leagues.
I don't think anything has mattered since, like, for just a person of color storyline since Kofi Mania.
Yeah, and then this was just like, oh my god. I think this threw everybody off because no one was seeing this coming. We were,
Big E.
Yeah.
Big E has a personality that you just latch onto, regardless of what color he was or is. Like, he could be a white guy, but his personality alone just draws you in.
he's a teddy bear. He's a good guy.
Such
Like,
a nice guy.
He is the nice guy. You know how when everybody goes, oh, Adam Cole is a nice guy. I believe it. But I believe Big E's a double nice guy. I think he's double that.
Yeah, but like, even
it-
his activism works. So you go, okay,
Yeah.
he's a really good guy.
Like everything about E said he didn't deserve what happened to him in this ring.
No, he did not deserve. He did not
So-
deserve. I was very close to wearing my New Day shirt, where the New Day podcast shirt, where it has all their free faces on it, and tape crossing out Woods' face and crossing out Kofi's face. Then I realized I don't have tape.
Yeah. This might be, again, recency bias. The damnedest heel turn I've ever seen. Without violence, just with words. This was, when people say sticks and stones may hurt me on bones, but words will never hurt me. Nah, man, these are the words that hurt. These were daggers. They were stabbing this man in the heart repeatedly. This was like watching Julius Caesar get stabbed by everybody in his crew.
So I think the only thing that comes close to this is Dom's turn on Rhea to go with Liv.
Yeah,
That's
but
the
we
only
all
thing
saw...
that comes close to that. That's the only thing that comes close to that.
Yeah, but even with that turn, even with all of Dominic Mysterio's turns, as the real one was a double heel. He went double heel at that point.
Yeah.
But even with that turn, or him and his father, you saw the writing on the wall. Like, oh, okay. This one, you saw the writing on the wall, but this was supposed to go another way.
No,
In the alternate universe,
we
Woods was supposed to turn on Coffee, or Coffee was going to turn on Woods, but E was going to be the innocent bystander who goes, damn, I can't believe this is happening.
No, so my whole thing was he was supposed to come out of this the victim, because he was gonna get like targeted by one of them turning heel.
Yeah.
I didn't expect him to become victimized emotionally.
Yeah. Twice by multiple guys. Agreeing on something ridiculous something. You ain't came back from your broken neck.
Wait. Let me ask you this question.
Yes.
Who cut him harder? Kofi or Woods?
Oh man, which was that? Who started the desk job moment? I think it was Coffee, right?
I think it's Kofi. Kofi.
I think Coffee was trying to go in because he was
went
pointing.
in. He was like he brought up other people with broken necks.
Yeah, when you start taking up Edge, when you bring up AEW wrestlers, you're going crazy. I can just see Edge on his couch going, "What the fuck am I in this for?"
He could have even went Page. He could have even went Page too.
He could have went Page. He could have went Bryan Danielson and concussions or what. He could have went so many different ways. Taz never came back. But if he would start comparing him to Taz, who you think you are, Taz? I know you wearing a doublet. But it was so like ridiculous. Yeah. Woods with the marginalization of, I came back from an Achilles injury. He had a broken neck, which is risk of paralyzation. An Achilles injury, you will be able to walk again. You may not be able to play basketball anymore. But It was ridiculous. And so all of this happened, and at the end of the day, as emotionally of a wreck I was, and yes, I was like, oh my god, just like stunned at this. I have hope that E is coming back now. This gave me hope that E is coming back because I need to see him kick their ass.
I need him back. I need him back. Big E made the pandemic for me. Like, he completed the pandemic. Like, when it came to throwing his jacket at Corey at the commentary desk.
Yes.
Overall, just being the funniest guy on the podcast, on socials, everything. Big E, such a good guy. You just need him to come back and just fuck them up.
Yeah, I can't. Like, when he comes back, I believe the pop is gonna be huge, and I hope the New Day's doing some reckless, evil shit, evil ass shit when he comes back. Maybe in the Rumble or whatever the case may be. I don't know when. But whenever it happens, I want them to begin some reckless shit, and then Big E, or just see a training video of E just getting in shape, and, and just being like, "I'm coming for him."
Well, so Fightful released something just before Raw. It's talking about Big E's contract. In 2019, Big E signed a 5-year deal. I think much like Kofi and Woods. They're not sure whether Kofi and Woods have re-signed yet either. But they said, in regards to Big E's contract, where he's been out of action since 2022, WWE, as of last summer, had not added injury time to his contract. So they're not sure if he's gonna if he's re-signing or not. I don't perceive that they're gonna add injury time because he has been working on screen for them, and kickoff shows and all that stuff on pay-per-views and stuff like that and socials. And he's still doing ambassador stuff with like college football and stuff like that. So I don't foresee them adding injury time to his contract. I just see him signing a new contract or whatever.
Yeah, I don't see him leaving. I don't see them
leaving.
Yeah. I feel like he's just gonna be there. Like I couldn't imagine E leaving and going, I'm gonna go wrestle in TNA, AEW, or anywhere else randomly.
No, he's a key guy.
He's a WWE guy from the beginning, and just like they said on Kofi said on the podcast, once this New Day stuff is done, I'm retiring. Like, Kofi's had, like, this is basically kind of the end. This is the last stretch of Kofi's career.
Kofi's been around forever.
He's been around since ECW was on Sci-Fi.
So, yeah, he's been around for time.
That's where he debuted.
He has been around forever.
And you know what, Sheamus? He's won the Intercontinental title like 8 times, so what are you doing?
Yeah, but I don't think Kofi's either. Is Kofi close to a Grand Slam? He's got it.
He's a Grand Slam. I guess I don't think he has the U. He may not have the US.
No, I think he might have the US. I don't think he's got the world title. He had the WWE title.
The world title don't count.
The
Miz never had the world title.
There's a video online because Kofi's a vegan. He was like, when he beat Daniel Bryan, he was really annoyed that he didn't get to keep the Eco title. How beautiful that title was! Like,
the title. I enjoyed the title because it was just so ridiculous. This is made out of hemp. This is the real worst paper for the earth. This title's for the earth.
It's sustainable. It was a sustainable title.
It's one of the great title changes of all time because it's just evil. Evil, but it also in a good way. It's very environmental.
Can we just reminder of around that time? Daniel Bryan was fucking around with Eric Rowan at that point as well.
Yep.
Still useless to this day. Still useless to this day. 10 years on, still useless.
But yeah, back to this with the New Day and WWE in this direction of. I really hope E comes back and we get this though. And I know I said this like a few times, but I need this now at this point. I need him back. I need him back.
I love segments when they make you feel. You know, when they make you feel like even when Roman at Roman in the first Bloodline arc with Sammy when he handed in the shirt of Honorary Uce. I was like,
Yeah.
feelings.
Yeah.
I love when you get that in wrestling. You don't get that often in AEW because they don't really do storylines like that. And their characters I don't have an emotional connection to.
They're kind of cartoonish.
Yeah,
I mean,
but
WWE people are cartoonish too. I'm not. Both wrestling companies are very cartoonish, but I feel like the AEW characters, there's not the depth right now. Because when we talk about a WWE character 10 years ago, we're talking about Punk and Seth Rollins and all that.
But like that's WWE 10 years. When AEW do it, they talk about 10 years that have like happened in other companies. Like
WWE.
Other maybe in WWE, but like do you know
New
like
Japan as well.
Yeah, Will's probably history with Okada and stuff like that when it gets brought up.
Or Omega.
Yeah, that expands to there, but like in other companies and stuff like that. And you may not have experienced that, and like AEW don't normally have footage of those old matches for you to go, oh.
Yeah.
Like the relationship of that story. But yeah,
like the relationship between Adam Cole and Kyle O'Reilly. It's all everywhere else. It's all everywhere else. It's not in AEW. It's all Ring of Honor or WWE, NXT, whatever you want to call it.
But you even kind of felt that when it was in NXT, when it was Kyle O'Reilly and Adam Cole. They had to get footage. They had to pay for footage elsewhere to build up that like this has been going on for a long time. Before they had the match, because it didn't make sense that like if you're going to tell the story that's gone on for over years, you need the footage to back up the thing to tell the story for people that wouldn't have known that if it'd gone in another company.
Yeah,
it can't just be word for word what Excalibur said. You can't.
Yeah, I don't listen to him.
Trust that man. You can't trust that man because it's. I find sometimes when Excalibur is trying to tell you a story and the match is going like 1,000 miles per hour, I ain't paying attention to what that's going. I'm actually just watching like that. What's going on because.
And then I'm reminded that there's commentary where Shivani goes, "Wow, this is a great match." You say that about every match.
But yeah, WWE made you feel not just with the Big E stories but the entire the first 45 minutes of Raw. They made you feel about everything.
This was the most talky episode of Raw ever.
I didn't
2 hour show. They were talking, and I had no problem with it. Didn't care a fuck about the matches.
Too talky.
I was like, oh, we talky today, but it was good talky. It was good talky.
Yeah,
everybody that talked had something really to say, and you know the matches are passive. Basically, they happen.
Yeah, the matches didn't matter this week.
I don't know what the New Day is going to be like now. They're 100% pure evil. 100% pure. They might be the most two evil people in the company at this point. Cause I ain't never heard no shit like you. You ain't came back from your broken neck. Dude, this
and it's relatable. And you know what? That's more relatable because everyone that's worked in a dead end job and you got a bullshit manager calling you back for your sickness, you would have felt that.
Everybody felt that. Everybody felt it. It's like, what are you talking about? This is ridiculous. This is ridiculous. To take to a man who loved him. And you know what? It really hurts because now I'm not even getting the New Day podcast anymore. To keep
we haven't had that for years.
I know.
I still remember
they still updating?
when they were lying, when they were just uploading old episodes acting like they were new or calling it, re-editing it, retitling it bonus or best of. It's the full episode, you liars.
Yeah, you guys are pieces of shit. Shout out to me and your sister for defending Big E on Twitter. It's taking us to a different level.
Hard.
She cut him hard.
She cut him hard.
There's so much. Oh my god! When WWE is fired or pro wrestling is fired in general, it's that good. It's that good. When people are online and you go like, hell yeah! You tell them something. Even I think Michin chimed in.
Oh,
fuck these guys.
Let me quickly get the door. I'll be back in a second.
Okay. I will hold it down for a second as he goes to get the door. But how do you guys feel about this New Day segment? If anybody's in the chat and whatnot, and the storyline, what do you think the New Day or Big E is gonna come And two, or where's the storyline going? I'm assuming the New Day is going to win the tag team titles, and Big E is going to go and challenge them for the tag team titles with his new tag partner, Odyssey Jones. Damn it! And they come back and they collide. The Big O and the Big E versus Kofi and Geeks. And no, that's not going to happen. But I'm really excited about this Raw. I think this should have been the closing segment, like I said previous week. We've been waiting for this 10-year celebration, which turned out to just be a heel turn on Big E. And looking forward to it. On a side note, today is Jamal's birthday, member of the Sharpshooters cast. I know we haven't been an ETE in forever, but happy birthday to Jamal out there in the world. We haven't said that yet, so I have nothing else to say. We could. As Manny makes his epic return.
Do, 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 do. Oh, yeah. I just thought of something, Marcus.
Yes.
Well, Kane said Obafemi in the chat, being Big E's new partner.
Man is about to keep alliance.
But...
I don't know if you heard me talk about Odyssey Jones and Big E.
Yeah, I heard you talk about Odyssey Jones. But then I thought...
It's a ridiculous
joke.
If
anyone needs to be dug up, it'd be this Nigerian giant...
Omas. Duh. Not my chest.
You know how fear-mongering that could be?
Yeah.
Or even if he did come up with Obafemi, and then Obafemi did all the bumps and stuff to save Big E's neck for a bit, so he got comfortable, that would make sense.
Big E manages Obafemi?
Yeah.
I mean, he was going to be a manager for the New Day. He's like, I'm still going to be a manager, but I have somebody else. Anderson Dofe. Malik Blade.
Oh, no, don't bring those up.
I know.
I don't think it's working for Edris and Malik.
No, they're on their way out. They're not even on TV anymore.
Yeah, I think they're on the way out.
Brindley's left them too, right? What did Brindley do?
Brindley's moved on to Dion.
Yeah. Whatever's going on that show.
I can't actually wait for NXT.
Yeah, it's exciting.
No, developing storylines between Nikita Lyons and
and Ashanti the Adonis. I need to see them together again.
That last week was bullshit. Utter bullshit. Like, I watched the first hour of NXT. I haven't even watched the last hour of NXT from last week.
Okay.
That Nikita Lyons segment, I was like, damn. Shanti, you in trouble.
You are in trouble. You got caught. It's great time. Great time. But yeah, if you want to support the show, it's the holiday season. Please go out there to the sharpshooters.creators-spring.com. Use the code Lord Manny Hayes to get some type of percentage off of it right now. It's our Black Friday giveaway. Go ahead and join it. And go to the sharpshooters.creators-spring.com. And if you use our Black Friday code Lord Manny, you get 20% off of all our merchandise.
Marcus, it's not Black Friday, it's Person of Color Friday.
Ambiguous Friday.
Ambiguous Fridays.
It could be anything. Also, we will be back Thursday for the cover of NXT and Dynamite this week. And then we'll be back Saturday with the Saturday show. Or is it just, are we doing a Deadline watch along? I don't know what's going on with that.
Oh yeah, it's Deadline. We're doing Deadline.
And you know what? I don't know about you, Manny. I don't know about you, brother. December 14th, Saturday night's main event.
I need to check with them because I don't know what channel that's appearing on. For me, because I don't think that's on. I don't know if that's going to appear on. If it's going to be on Discovery Plus for me.
No. If
If
not, steal it, Manny. I mean, get it the other way. Sorry.
But Deadline may be the last thing I watch on WWE Network.
Oh, okay.
I got the email saying my subscription's going to end.
I saw that email online of people going around. Monday. That's the way I see that. That's the way I hear that. I'm sorry. Cyber Monday. I don't see it.
That does sound like that sounds like something Manscaped should have as their Cyber
Yeah.
Monday deals.
Cyber Monday. Manny, get the trademark. Get the trademark. We'll sell the trademark back for $8 million.
But you know, it's basically going to be gay porn that wants to buy that.
I don't care who wants to buy it. You think I care if gay porn wants to buy my shit? Buy my shit, gay porn. Buy all my shit.
Buy my shit, gay porn.
Buy all my shit. Fucking, I don't care how I get the money anymore. It don't matter about dignity. That one lady who I saw a lot, I can't remember her name. I'm going to say they said Sophie Rain. I think that's what it was. Makes $43 million on OnlyFans. Never heard of this woman.
What'd she sell? What's she selling?
Pussy, Manny. Pussy. She has OnlyFans. It's her OnlyFans. What's she doing on her OnlyFans that I'm not doing on this YouTube channel? Shit.
So, what was it? So, on Friday, I sent a text to the group chat that I was in a pub quiz, and I needed to be saved. One of the questions of this pub quiz was Kate Nash, one of the female actresses in the Netflix of Glow, when they did the Kate Nash, the British one, that ended up in a relationship with the promoter. If you watched it,
I did, but I have no memory of it now.
yeah. So she has turned to selling pictures of her ass on OnlyFans to fund a tour, which is sad.
To fund a tour?
Yeah.
A tour of
For
what?
Her music tour.
Why don't I have any memory of her? Wait, so she was with Mark Barrett? I don't remember her at all.
On the show?
Yeah. Don't remember this character at all. I don't know. I don't think I remember Glow at all at this point now. Damn it.
I think I watched it recently, but like I finished it recently, but I was like, eh.
I finished it years ago. Don't remember it at all. I
was
remember it left
talking
on the
like
cliffhanger.
I was talking
Zoya,
about Zoya. Yeah, I was talking like Zoya the Destroyer for at least a day.
I'm gonna kill people. Best non-wrestling gimmick of gimmicks of all time.
Yeah, I think Lily Allen's selling feet though.
Yeah, she's selling feet. It's ridiculous. What can man go out there and do?
Dick pics.
People like it's only so many dick pics you can take. It's only so many dick pics you can take. So many angles. I'm gonna give back in the ear. Let's see if that catches on. All these weird fetishes out there. I'm going back in the ear. No one's there and be like, hit him with that. Oh, Marcus is showing back in the ear. He's making money now. Oh, he's showing his fingernails. Look at that. That man is groomed.
You know what? Next time Manny in the Hand video comes out, I'm wearing gloves. You don't get these for free anymore.
Manny's like, tip. Just a little bit.
You ain't getting these for free anymore.
Shit, we got a thumb. Manny showed a thumb this week.
You ain't getting these for free.
Yeah, it's bullshit. No more. No body parts are free.
None of this anymore. None of this.
Yeah. Oh, don't give open palm. You know what? Until we start getting money on this show, when Charlotte comes back, which is inevitable, I'm blurring her feet in the thumbnails. I'm blurring her feet. You want the uncensored photo of Charlotte? You gonna have to pay for that shit.
Like we have the actual original photos of that. And the originals aren't circling on the internet.
Manny, not only are we gonna sell the feet, unblurred feet images, we're gonna send them a box of what the feet actually smell like. We're gonna send them over. We're gonna send them a case. They open it up and be like, "Oh, that's what the feet smell like."
So Marcus, before we go, Apple Music. I don't know if Spotify have released theirs yet. Have started to do their replay of the year.
Mm-hmm.
What do you
Sexy.
think is on my replay?
Sexy Boy. Sexy Boy's
Yeah, but
number
where,
one.
where? No, it's not.
Oh. Shit.
Yes, it's unfortunately not. But there are three wrestling songs in my top 10.
Shit. The Sexy Boy. I got the Wolfpack at number one.
No.
Damn.
Okay, so this shows my top 15. Top 15, there are 4.
Go ahead, Manny.
At number 15 is main event ish Jey Uso.
Hey! It's a workout song.
Number 10, head of the table Roman Reigns.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Number 6, you can't see me, my time is now. It's the franchise, boy, I'm shining now.
You see me, the time is now!
And at
I always listen to that when I'm getting my 3-second tan.
number 2 is Sexy Boy featuring Shawn Michaels.
Wait, this is so say Sexy Boy featuring Shawn Michaels? It's not his song. Like,
That's
technically
Jimmy
just
Hart.
him sing. Jimmy Jim Johnson?
Jimmy Hart and JJ Maguire, according to this.
Oh, shit. I never knew who did Sexy Boy.
Yeah, number 1 is Wait For You by Miles Smith. I have listened to Miles Smith way too much this year.
I don't even know who Miles Smith is, Manny.
But
He sounds like he's singing something sad.
technically, Session Moth comes out to a actual song called Darude Sandstorm, which is my number 8. And Debbie Keitel also comes out to Around the World, which is my number 9.
You mean Around the World? Around
No,
the by Daft Punk?
No, so it's called A Touch of Class Around the World, and it's like la 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 la.
Oh!
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
And then I've got a load of depressing
other
songs
Around
on
the
here
World.
too, but I've got a lot of depressing songs on here, which
Yeah.
we shouldn't go into that. To dust off an old meme. What's that song? Basic Thugonomics should be on there. It should be on there, but it's not. So, you think you're untouchable.
This is basic thugonomics. This is basic thugonomics.
I guarantee you the John Cena song is going to be on my top, at least no top 5 next year, because that retirement is gonna hurt.
Yep. They're gonna do all types of music. Yeah.
Yeah, that retirement's gonna hurt. He's here for the whole year, but it's gonna hurt.
Yep. It's gonna be the big farewell. I don't know when the last. I don't know if there's ever been a star as big as John Cena that has had a farewell in wrestling. And you can say Ric Flair.
Rock hasn't had one. Rock hasn't had one.
Ric Flair, but kind of like he had it, but it was kind of like
ruined it.
It's kind of ruined. But everybody else,
Shawn Michaels ruined it.
Sting worked in so many companies that he didn't like. He had a nice send off in AEW. He had a nice send off. But he was so old. It was like we didn't get the. I don't know. So I guess Sting would be number 1 at this point.
I say Shawn Michaels ruined his, but I feel like the work he's done for NXT's kind of negated that.
Yeah, and you know what? And I consider all the Saudi Arabia shows at the time he was wrestling exhibitions.
Yeah, but you still see him. Like the Ric Flair match was an exhibition, but like we didn't want to see that. He nearly died.
Yeah. Woo.
Okay, nobody gonna care about Goldberg retiring next year. I don't care.
But I believe if I'm correct, John Cena is the biggest star to have a go home show. Like he's bigger than Sting. He's bigger than
He's had to have made more
he's
money
bigger than
all of
Flair.
them.
He's bigger than Flair. Yeah, he's bigger than Flair at this point. People love Ric Flair, but John Cena has surpassed him because John Cena's in movies now too and TV and shit.
Where'd you put him over Austin?
Huh?
Where'd you put John Cena next to Austin?
He's behind. He's behind Austin for sure. especially in the wrestling world. He's behind Austin. Austin single-handedly won the Monday Night War by himself. When you watch that tape, when you go to that, it's just all Austin. That was like watching Babe Ruth at the time, basically.
But then when you look at the time frame of it, it doesn't seem like Austin was at the top for that long. Like it feels like it.
No,
you look at
it
the
was
time,
a short
frame,
run.
like 5 years, maybe
5 years. But yeah, it's like one of the best 5 years ever.
Best
like,
5 years, but John Cena was at the top for like at least 15 of the 20.
At least 15 of the 20, yeah. Yeah. So.
I think John Cena may be above Austin.
Not
above The Rock.
Is he above Hogan?
Yeah,
Hogan had a hell of a run. Hogan had the
had
80s
a hell of a
and
run.
Hogan had the 80s and all the way to the 90s. Not only did he have Hulkamania, Manny, this racist son of a bitch went to the NWO thing in WCW. I had to add that. I had to add that piece of shit in there. But he had that and then the NWO as a second run. Then he goes back into SmackDown as, you know, the Mr. America and WWE days. And then he also has a little bit of TNA sprinkled in there as management. Hogan has a hell of a run.
I feel, realistically, Cena's real competition is Hogan.
Yeah.
In the terms of best of, greatest of all time.
And longevity.
His competition is Hogan. Hogan is to us is what John Cena will be to the generation after us. Because the C Nation would have grown up with him. Like those 20-year-olds.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because we're Hogan people. We're Hogan kids.
Yeah, Manny.
I don't like to admit it, but we're Hogan kids.
Yeah, Manny, hold on. As you see the smile on my face, as petty, this is probably the pettiest thing. Of all the things that happened petty this week, on Raw, this might be the pettiest thing I ever say. And you know what? I really don't want this, but I do. I need John Cena to release a sex tape saying the N-word a few times and ruin these kids' childhood, just like Hogan ruined mine. You took my childhood, Hogan. You and Vince McMahon. You pieces of shit. I need John Cena to go down in flames. Shit.
No one's gonna get me if he fucks up hard. I've got Shawn Michaels logo right here.
Manny, hold up. Shawn Michaels did all his fucking up. He did all his fucking up in his young days.
Yeah, but at least
So
it's
you're in the
cocaine
clear.
related. At least it's all just cocaine related and drug related.
I'm sure he has race shit too. I'm sure Hogan. I'm sure Sean has done so much shit back in the day when he just said shit. Sean, I wouldn't put nothing past the cocaine era of Sean of being the worst human being on the planet. There's nothing you can tell me and they'd be like, you know what Shawn Michaels did in the 90s? Oh yeah, that's what he went to. Yeah, he went to a Holocaust class, peed on some of the stuff, walked out.
Peed on some of the stuff, Mark. That is actually disgusting.
It's absolutely disgusting. And I can imagine Sean doing that, and it doesn't sound outlandish because it's Sean in the 90s. It's like Randy Orton in the early 2000s. Just immature. Immature. Yeah, shit bag and everything.
Come on, man.
Just being completely immature. You can tell me any story. You can tell me any story about Shawn Michaels.
You ain't shit in the bag before.
I'm shitting in a bowl, but never a bag.
In the bowl.
It's a toilet bowl, Manny. I'm not savage. I just shit in a real bowl. But I have shit on the floor. I have shit on myself before. It's terrible. It's the worst.
Yeah,
it's the worst.
Adult as a child.
I was a child.
He had to think of
I've never shit on myself as an
adult.
adult.
He was an adult, people.
I did piss myself as an adult, though. That's drunk shit.
I nearly
just couldn't go anywhere. Just like, I can't make it.
I nearly yesterday where I thought I'm gonna have to go in the sink.
It's rough. It's rough. Like you just get older, you're pissier now. You got to pee more. It's harder to hold, and you're like, oh my god, I don't know if I want to make it.
But this is my problem at work. Actually.
Burn your clothes right after.
When I go to the office, I end up spending more money on drink when I'm there, so I consume more liquids. I'm constantly going to the toilet.
Yeah.
I reach my stand goals on my Apple Watch with ease.
All right, let's wrap this show up. My leg is cramping up in this chair. All the walking.
Well, Marcus is gonna die. I'm still kind of. I think I'm getting sick again. Make sure you like the video, subscribe. We're back Thursday. This show's back on Saturday.
I wasn't expecting that. I wasn't expecting it. Hooray! Eat your imaginary food, kid. Now I'm no scientist, but that kid on the left looks like Shia LaBeouf. That could be a young Shia LaBeouf, and I wouldn't be able to tell.
We just described what we did, what we worked out. You are on the left of him. I am on the right of him.
Why do you get to be the black kid? Oh, the other side, the other right, the other right. Sorry, we're backwards. Yeah, I see it.
Maybe we draw beards on all of them this time.
We get a full beard. You get the little, you get your nice lined up with. Fucking beret too, man. Get out of here, man. Why'd they do this kid like this?
So yeah, I've been Lord Manny Hayes. He's been Marcus the Grand Finale.
They gotta be the watermelon too. Look at this shit. That's a fucking watermelon.
It's imaginary food, Marcus. It's imaginary.
Spielberg's a racist. He's imaginary racist. Gotta be chicken and watermelon.
I see grapes there, though, Marcus. I see grapes.
Yeah, you know what? Those grapes are useless.
It's you. Future.
Yeah. But you didn't want those grapes. You want them served well by a lady with clean hands, Manny. Clean hands.
Yeah, I did, and I still want it.
It's beautiful. It's a beautiful thing.
And eventually, when I get it, it's gonna be on Instagram. It's gonna be glorious.
I think you're gonna be a monster. You're gonna be a monster at that point. Haha, bitch! I can do whatever I want. That's when you feel like you have all the power in the world.
And you know how I'm gonna eat them? I'm gonna eat them like that guy that eating tomatoes and. And I'm gonna have a small hobbit singing for me.
I don't know when we're doing it. We gotta do the Lord of the Rings. I don't know when and how we gotta do Lord of the Rings.
Well,
we've poured the Lord of the Rings so much in the show. The show started with Lord of the Rings quotes.
Well, also, Marcus, we gotta do Hook. We have to do Hook. We have to do Hook.
Whoopie yo. We do. I love Hook.
Yeah, we out. We'll see you Thursday. Peace.
Run home, Jack. Run home. Can't believe you stopped it right there. Come on, man. I suck your dick. Do you remember that from Don't Be a Menace, Manny? I don't know. Yes. Got those cheeseburgers. That's what he kind of looks like right there. Got those cheeseburgers.
The only thing missing is like the cocaine around his lips, or
yeah,
like a burnt.
Well, it's just ash. It's just ashy lips.
An ashy look.
Yeah,
like the suit's not really fitting him either in this thing. It's like...
No, it was like he was mulling over. What should I wear?
No, sir, we don't take your kind.
Come on, man. It's 1966. You're going to have to take that meal out back.
No, Grandpa, no. You got to stay away.
We're taking your keys, Grandpa.
The fact is, he's younger than Kofi. Kofi's the oldest person in this picture. Yet Big E looks older in this picture.
Yeah. Big E look like, he just got out of jail. He's trying to do right. And these are the drug dealers that like, no, we can't let you back in, E. You doing right with yourself. You got a job now. You got a girlfriend. We can't let you back into this life. I need the money, Cole. I need the money.
We
God
are
damn.
out. We are out. We've done this for an hour and 20 minutes.
Yeah, we said we're out for about an hour and 20 minutes. End the goddamn show. We're done. I'm walking away. You know, they should. Oh, before we go,